up? It's Anna, and I'm back with another video. I wonder if that cut anything off. But I am so excited because today's video is my first time. And for all you dirty thinkers out there, I'm still a virgin, so don't get ahead of yourself. So next, I have a series of questions on my phone that I will be answering for all you lovely viewers out there. And the very first question y'all asked me is my first fear. My first fear had a little something to do with spiders. Yeah, still got that fear. But, I have to say it, spiders, the little ones don't bug me as much as they used to when I was little. The big ones, on the other hand, I can't deal with at all. I will walk away from where I'm at, and I will let someone else deal with it. And yeah. My first video. You guys obviously really wanted to know the answer to this question because y'all kept asking it and asking it and asking it. Literally. So my first video was a video on not this channel, but a completely other different channel that I tried to delete, but it won't delete. So I just don't go on it anymore. And I sent all of you from that channel over to this channel. I hope no one goes to try and find this video. It was a what's in my backpack tag, and it's so ridiculously stupid that I hope no one ever sees it again. Literally. Hope no one ever sees it again. So don't go and try and find it. Please don't. The next question that y'all asked is my first pet. My first pet was a dog. I was a baby, so I don't know if it was a girl or a boy. I mean, we had chickens when I was little too, so I don't even know. But I remember I did have a dog when I was like 5, 4-ish, and I remember I named him Lincoln because I used to love Abraham Lincoln. I was a nerd as a child. Don't ask me why. Just go with it. Okay, just go with it. The next question is first cell phone. My first cell phone was one of those slide phones where you would take, like, it'd like be like an iPhone, but then you turn it and you could slide it up and there'd be a keyboard underneath and stuff. And it was touchscreen at some point, and it had like 2 little buttons down there. It had like buttons down here for for iPhone. But yeah, it was a slidey phone. It was I thought it was pretty good because my sister's first phone was a flip phone, and she didn't get her first phone till like 7th or 8th grade. I got my first phone in 5th grade. Boom, beat out my sister by a lot. Okay, so this one goes a little with the next one. So the first one is my first kiss. I got this question a lot too. My first kiss went a little like this. My first kiss went a little like this. We were walking to his bus because my mom was picking me up. And keep in mind, he is a year younger than me, and I am taller than him also, so it's very awkward. But whose first kiss wasn't awkward? I mean, come on. No, we were walking to his bus, we were holding hands, and I gave him a hug, and he was like, his eyes were closed while he was looking up, and I was like, oh crap, this is gonna happen. So I like gave him a quick peck, and then I gave him a hug, and then I walked away. It was awkward, and very awkward, and very awkward, and oh yeah, awkward. Because being taller than your boyfriend is never a good idea for a first kiss. Never. Alright, my first boyfriend, which brings me to that question, was the same guy I had my first kiss with, if you could even call it that, because, I mean, we were in 8th and 7th grade. I was only like 13. He was like 13 too. And, I mean, we didn't really do anything. It was like a texting type of relationship. It wasn't that big. So I mean, if you can even call it a relationship, would be nice. But to say my very first boyfriend, where like we went out and stuff, that would be the one I had this year, and that was like an 8 month relationship, and it is done and over with. Alright. So the very last question y'all asked me, and I needed some help to find this, and I did get some help, but it still took me forever to try and find it, was my first tweet. Now keep in mind I have like 700, maybe more tweets, and I don't even know how to begin with all the other famous YouTubers that did this challenge, that did this tag, how they found their first tweet. Because I mean, come on, they have like 30,000 tweets, and it is very difficult to do this. So I have that many tweets, and I literally spent 40 minutes scrolling through my Twitter trying to find it. I have so many freaking retweets too. But my very first tweet, I had an obsession with One Direction, I guess, at the time. This was a year ago in July. I have the date. It says July 6th, 2014. At this time, my Twitter name was @PainsGirl65, and I had an obsession with One Direction. I had the Direction infection. And I was annoyed because at the time the World Cup was going on, and I had my Brazil jersey on and everything, and everyone was hating me. They're like, how can you like One Direction if you don't like their team? So I freaking tweeted out and I said, I'm a One Direction fan, but Brazil will win this World Cup. I am not gonna like a team just because the boys do. That's not being myself with like 30 exclamation points at the end. I was pissed because people were hating on me because I liked One Direction and I didn't like their team. Well, One Direction can have their own team, I can have mine. Y'all need to go fuck yourselves if y'all think I'm gonna like a team just because One Direction does. It's ridiculous. That was my very first tweet, and it was out of anger and spite because people kept telling me shit, and I got angry. I was like, you're really gonna do that to me? Really? And if you guys haven't already, please follow me on Twitter. It means a lot to me and everything. And if you're wondering what my screen is, that there's names in the middle and it's black. It is a O2L evidence page. It is an O2L little screensaver. It says Branta, Dylan, Potter, Kaylin, and Moran, Swalby. Because I love my boys. My O2L boys. They're amazing. Um, But that is it for this week, or not for this week's video, but for today's video. It is Monday, which means you have another video on Tuesday. I will try and find time to film that. You have another video on Wednesday, and you have another video on Thursday. You have 3 more videos this week until school starts. It is the countdown to school. 4 more days, guys. 4 more days till school starts. Well, I love you all, and my name is Anna Labrador, and if you haven't already, please click that big red button down there to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter @KaylinGirl65. Follow me on Instagram @Anna92Labrador, and send me some questions if you want to be in my next video. Give this thing a big thumbs up, and I love you all. See you guys later.